Welcome to another installment of the Sess Videoz shows. I got a guest in here tonight. Been waiting to get this guy up in here. I ain't even gonna start my normal intro. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's talk about it. Yes, what's up, y'all? What is going on? This is Sess Videoz. I want y'all to give a warm welcome to a long-time friend of mine. This is John Wayne Bragadap, aka Scatter, DJ Scatter. Um, a long-time friend of mine, like I said, man. Say what's up to my fans, man. Give them a howdy.
Yes, respect massive and cool. You don't know Scatter Bragadap Earth Most Wanted there. And you don't know John Wayne Bragadap, big up my grandfather and big up my late grandmother who just passed.
Yeah,
You know?
grandma just died. I love out to grandma, yeah. She was an awesome lady. She was really an awesome lady.
Esme Dempster and Leslie Dempster. You hear the vibration of that? My grandfather is Leslie Dempster and my grandmother is Esme Dempster. Alright, divine power.
Well, Scatter, I am glad you're in today. I'm gonna pick a random topic off the top of my topic list here. We're gonna talk about it because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get you back in the show for a minute. You see, y'all, this guy's.
I'm where I'm supposed to be at the moment. I'm supposed to
I
be
hear
where I'm
that.
supposed to be at.
I hear that.
You know?
I hear that. I hear that. All right, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I was gonna do a show where I gave the definition of words you find in the MGTOW community, but it so turns out that Scatter showed up tonight, and we're gonna do a show together. And Scatter did not know what MGTOW was, so I was introducing him to MGTOW. So, I guess we'll start over a little bit, and we'll just bring the people in. So. MGTOW is a concept for men. It's not a woman-hating thing. It's not telling you to leave your wife or your girlfriend. It's just a concept of male empowerment. It's for men to empower themselves. You're not going to be in the woods naked, beating on your chest, talking about a hoom, and nothing like that. No, it's just a state of well-being with yourself. You're comfortable with you, and what I liked about it the most is I listened to this guy Sandman on YouTube. Guy's really good. And he, on one of his shows, he said, you're doing it for yourself, not for the motivation of a woman. And I connected to that because I then realized in that very moment that my entire life has been motivated towards finding a girlfriend or a wife. Why I paid attention and did certain things, why I tried to make money, why I went to school, the type of women I was meeting, how I was dressing. It was all pretty much geared towards that. I was simping for a while. You ever heard that terminology? Simp. You heard the word simp?
Yeah.
Really? What'd you hear it mean?
I don't know the meaning of it, but I know the word. I heard it. Real talk. Yeah.
I'm surprised because, honestly speaking, man, I had never heard the word before until I got into this community and started listening to some of this stuff.
It's just like we move on Scattergood Street, brethren, and it's so ironic that my name Scatter. And then in my mind, I say, yeah, Scattergood. And then the funny thing, I don't even know the name of the street, I just know the house. And when I live on the block, I realize the street, you know? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to share it with you. For the people out there that don't know, a simp is someone who gives extra attention to women that are of far less sexual market value than the attention or praise given. In other words, a guy that gives women all the extra attention and shit, especially when they not worth all that extra attention and shit. You know some guys that they just love them chicken heads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They all up on the chicken heads and they white knighting. That's a new word I just learned too. Those are the guys that stand up and fight for the women's. Oh, don't talk to her that way. You don't even know her. You don't know what she did. You don't know what was going on before you got there. You just come all in. Hey, man, that's a woman. You don't talk to her that way. For example, did you see that video with the bus driver with the young girl was hitting him and shit?
Mm-mm.
And then he got up and was like, "Oh, you done did it now," and gave her a uppercut.
Nah.
You see that shit with the bus driver and the girl on the bus? I gotta show you that shit. Well, a lot of people on the bus started white knighting for her. They was going, "That's the female. That's the female." But they had nothing to say when that woman spat on him and punched him and tried to grab his throat and choke him.
I know you have no female right now. In them time, I will kick you up on top.
Yeah.
Hug you so tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some women that'll beat the shit out of you.
None of that shit, yo.
All right, now I'm gonna give you one heads up because my fan base is kind of not all Jamaican,
Yeah.
so you gotta give them a little bit more English.
I'm a universal being, so it don't matter who you are, so it still resonate.
No, that's all
You
good
know.
and well, but I'm just saying, give them a little bit more English. 'Cause I
Well,
know I'm gonna have a couple female friends of mine
Well,
that's gonna be like, "Well, who was that on? He sound good, yo."
when me fi twang, me will twang. If my mind tell me fi twang.
All
But
right,
just I go with the flow. Whatever come off of my tongue, it just come off of my tongue.
all right, well, then y'all just gonna have to learn some Jamaican tonight. How about that? How about that? I mean, it could work. Remember when we used to work with the white
I
girls?
really and truly we speak the same language, regardless of which language you. Right now, we can invent some kind of jibber shit. What the fuck he talking about? You know what I mean? But then just,
Oh
you know
man.
what I say?
Yeah, I do. I completely do. But I've been telling all my guy friends about the MGTOW thing. And one friend of mine so far was like, "Man, this shit is crazy." And on a certain aspect, it may seem crazy. Because there's some guys on here, they kind of extremists. I listen to some of the guys, they're extremists. Like, where's the computer? I should play some shit for you. Because I do that on the show. I play some shit from time to time, but I give credit to whoever I got it from, wherever I'm playing it from. And I'm going to let you,
Definitely.
I'm going to let you dig into a little bit so you can listen to some of it and see what the vibe is. Maybe you'll see what the appeal is. You knew me for many years. And see, this is somebody out here that knew me for 20 years that could tell y'all, I was kind of already MGTOW before MGTOW was MGTOW. At least before I heard the word, I was already kind of living that way.
Before you even know it.
Yeah. I was already kind of like, I didn't let the women kind of tie me and all. It wasn't until I really started having kids and I was trying to figure out how to settle down. Key word, I was trying to figure out how to settle down.
So, yeah.
Dig me? But before that, I was cool. I lived in my own place. No woman had no keys or nothing over me. Not my mom, not my sister, not no girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And after the kids, that changed. I had to admit. After becoming daddy, that changed up a lot. You know what I'm saying? I started to give up a lot of my own personal strength and space. Now, I like the daddy part because the daddy part is permanent. It's the part with the mommies that I hated. Excuse me, y'all. I'm grabbing my laptop here because I'm gonna play a little Sandman content, but not his whole show though, because I don't want no copyright strikes. But I respect the boy's stuff so much. It's him and another guy called Turd Flinging Monkey. Awesome name, right? Turd Flinging Monkey. That's an awesome fucking name. Slide over some. Yeah. Yeah, and I like their body of work. I like both their body of work. And they just be on point. Now, Turd Flinging Monkey to me is a little bit more hardcore. He seems a little bit still what they call red pill. He seems a little angry still at what he realized. And I don't know, man. I just like the stuff that they be talking about. You can literally find anything and go on it. All right. Here's another guy. This is Solo TV 84. Now this guy's also great. I just found him. I'm not sure if this is a black guy or not. It doesn't really matter to me. I just prefer when people speak intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I like when you have guests. When you have shows and you listen to the show and the person can speak intelligent to you. So what this guy does is he takes postings and stuff from offline. A female, somebody will say something about something. He'll take that posting and then he makes like inquiries or statements about what's being talked about or said along that post. So usually he picks something from one of the females or something, and then he addresses what they're saying in there, and he's actually kind of entertaining and he's funny.
Shout out to y'all who sent me this article because as soon as I seen the title, I knew it was going to be a classic. So let's go. I had a conversation with one such guy who told me that as a feminist, I'd never find a boyfriend. Here's the reasons he gave me and why he's a raging idiot. And in true feminist fashion, she already goes into ad hominem attacks. What does that mean? That means that she has to belittle the man using shaming tactics like calling him a raging idiot. Let's read and see what this so-called raging idiot said. Oh, he was a MGTOW guy. Shout out to him. Okay, number one, feminists always end up alone. Right off the bat, he was assuming that as a woman needs a boyfriend to be happy. I do not. I've been single most of my life, and I'm all about it. Guess what social movement supports a woman's choice to live independently and empowers women to not rely on a man for happiness or financial security. Yeah, buddy. As a feminist, the prospect of ending up alone doesn't bother me in the slightest. Okay, it doesn't bother you in the slightest, but you are writing this article because some guy triggered you that you meant to do so. Okay, let's continue reading. Stop assuming that as a woman's life goal is to find a man. I'm more concerned with ending up happy, which can happen without a man's input or presence. When I said that, however, he responded with, hold on. Now, feminists always end up alone. This is all I gotta say. And I'm gonna keep it moving. Have you guys ever seen a self-proclaimed woman that was a feminist who was attractive? Because typically, I'm gonna keep it real. When I talk about self-proclaimed, I'm talking about women who openly state that they're feminists. The ones that I've seen.
Now I'm gonna stop right here because this show's a little boring to me. Some of his joints be a lot better. But you see the points that he's getting at, though. Now, have you ever paid attention to feminism in the news and those kind of women protesters and shit? They always have a certain look: blue hair, glasses, and fat.
And speak a certain way.
Yeah, and they're always raging angry. I have never seen an attractive feminist ever. Now, I'm not saying they might not exist. I've just never seen one. It's like the elusive unicorn. Now, I like him, and he's cool, but I'm going to play a little bit of Sandman, and watch how Sandman shit just flows through. Like, his shit is something like you got to pour yourself a drink, and you get into a vibe on him, and he's cool. And this MGTOW thing, it got black guys. It got,
so when I ask you, they may be based off of the MGTOW thing.
yeah, the ideology, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got black guys, it's got white guys. I listen to all kinds of different people. But there's one or two people that I'm drawn to because when they hit a topic, they just be on point, you know? Let me see. What was interesting that I saw? And he uploads like 2 or 3 videos a day, every day. All right, let's listen to this one. She attacked my wallet.
It's the complete opposite. Guns give mostly men.
Now, how he does his thing, he's a photographer and a videographer like me. So he does graphic works and stuff. So he lightens up the pictures and chooses good pictures. And I think some of them are his personal pictures too that he takes. You know what I'm saying? But he always makes his pictures look real good. And he takes a letter with a donation. So somebody will donate to his PayPal or whatever. And they leave a letter with a situation or a statement or whatever that they want him to talk about, or they ask him about, or the statement they want to make. Then he addresses it, or he talks about something he wants to talk about. So that's pretty much the premise of what he does every day. So
Here's what he has to say. Dear Sandman, I have some questions. What exactly does Me Too mean? Does it mean I was groped or assaulted by that same guy she actually failed to report 37 years ago? Or does it mean I failed to do anything about it too? Don't women understand that when they fail to report such a crime, they're giving a perpetrator another chance to perpetrate yet again? Do they realize that they're actually putting the idea in his head that he can serially abuse women without impunity? Don't they care about women?
Or are they just selfish? Were alcohol or illicit substances being consumed at the party/gathering that Christine Blasey Ford attended so long ago when she was a child? And where was the adult supervision? What was she actually thinking when she accepted the invitation? Should we not actually judge her actions because she was a child at that time, like Kavanaugh, or because she was a female? Sandman, I'm hazy about the law. I thought it was the law that witnesses to a grievous crime, especially involving bodily injury or worse, had an obligation to report the crime to the police. If not, wouldn't you actually think that it was a moral and decent thing to do for anyone that actually cared about society? Doesn't this apply particularly to the first-hand victim of the crime? Wouldn't the police be far more effective in prosecuting that crime when the victim reports the crime with fresh memory, DNA samples, and contusions for medical examination, when all the corroborating witnesses can be definitively identified? Don't women understand and appreciate the
Now you hear all of
sacrifices
this?
countless generations
How he's reading off this
made,
letter, Scatter?
particularly
I'm gonna tell you something
young
about him.
at the start of their
This
life?
letter is going in another direction,
Places like
but
Omaha,
this guy is
Hiroshima,
gifted to bring it back to how is the women's faults. Now I'm not saying that he's wrong, because I highly agree with most of the stuff that he's saying, but I did notice that he's very persuasive in how he brings it back and shows the woman's responsibility in things,
so why is it
which
so
is good
hard in
because women, it's like they have no
2015
agency, they have no responsibility for nothing.
right
It's
after
never their
it
fault.
happens? Women don't complain about the shame of giving birth in a room with bright lights and 3 or 4 medical personnel, some of them actually strangers. So how is a medical examination after an alleged assault more invasive? Are we still living in the Victorian period somehow, especially considering the skanky displays women are happy to put on with their bodies these days in certain festive occasions? And what does it actually take to actually make it important enough for women to come forward finally and in fact testify in front of Congress and on television to the whole nation?
Money.
Sandman, is Me Too really about assault? Or is it about abortion and or affirmative action with regards to taking men down? Are these actually the stakes that bring women forward? Women feminists wouldn't actually lie about something that important now, would they? The scurrilous left and the Democrats in the lead failed to prevent the Clarence Thomas nomination back in 1999. And they failed now with Brett Kavanaugh. You think that they're actually going to give up on this tactic? Aren't they concerned the American public will realize how deceptive the leftists are and consign them to the polling booth trash bin? Last question, Sandman, about Senator Dianne Feinstein. Aren't there any kind of term limits barring geriatrics from Congress? Has anyone actually checked for a pulse lately? Hoping for your answer, Sandman. Love your work and my best to you and your viewers. Well, Keith, thanks for your donation as well as your topic. I don't know if I can answer every single one of your questions because there are well over a dozen of them, but I'll try. Everything going on right now with regards to Me Too is about 4 words. She attacked my wallet. Women are using the story of assault as a cover for political action designed to take powerful men down in our
I
society.
see about concept of a true thing still, no.
It can represent anything from a man saying something creepy to going the full 9 yards and taking advantage of her. It's left intentionally vague so that any woman, regardless of what specifically happened to her, can use the term to take down a powerful man. It's all about women attacking the livelihoods of the men at the top of the social dominance hierarchy that are using tradition because they perceive them to be patriarchs that don't actually want to share the power they wield, and they might actually use it negatively against women in their own best interests, like Brett Kavanaugh might. So such men must be punished financially by having their livelihoods destroyed and publicly humiliated and shamed, destroying their status. It's mostly against the right. If you don't believe that, then how come the Me Too movement hasn't gone after someone like Bill Clinton? Could it perhaps have something to do with the fact that he supports his wife, a woman that once ran for president? So Hillary is like a vagina-shaped shield deflecting any and all criticism away. Also, why don't women report being taken advantage of after boozing it up at a bar and then spending the night with the brood? Has to do with marketplace value, I believe. If she admits that she was taken advantage of, then people might actually call her a slut and shame her for it. But when a woman is in her 40s or 50s and she makes accusations after her marketplace value is gone, then it doesn't really matter as much. Her days of riding around on mechanical bulls and men are over, and not as many people are paying attention to anything she does anymore. So by making some allegations, she gets a narcissistic fix. It doesn't really damage her reputation, i.e. it damages the manager's reputation instead. And what you're also forgetting is that we don't actually know how many women threaten to go public with their stories, unless of course the wealthy and powerful man pays them that badge blackmail money. Keith, I don't believe there are any laws out there to basically force you to report a crime that happens to you. You have the right to report it or not. So why are women waiting 20 or 30 years to report something? Partially because it's socially acceptable now and they can make money from media interviews.
That's right.
Christine Blasey Ford will probably write a book, and then you actually actually see all the GoFundMe pages that are springing up everywhere. Me Too is a cash cow for post-wall heifers looking to punish wealthy men that look like Hugh Hefner. From the female perspective, they get attention, money, and they take power from men, and the odds of being charged with a false allegation are usually pretty negligent. Men, on the other hand, get thrown in jail for doing far less. You see, there is something actually worse than assaulting a woman down there or groping her. The highest sin against one of the spinster sisters out there is to steal money from her. Bill Cosby got sentenced anywhere from 3 to 10 years for assaulting a bunch of different women. But the Dine and Dash bandit could be sentenced to 14 years for stealing $1,000 from a bunch of different women on dates by
All right, now I'm going to show you this other one right here, right? See, y'all, I'm red pilling y'all. I'm red pilling Scatter as he's sitting here, and I'm red pilling the rest of y'all listening. The only thing is, me and Scatter, we can't go MGTOW all the way. We got to be closet MGTOWs. We got to just take the philosophy, like it, and watch it from the back. We can't, you know what I mean? But check this one out. This one is from Solo TV 84 again. The guy's good. Listen to this one. I saw this already. They're showing you how the sexual market value works. It's like this. Even the ugliest girls, if you rate them from 1 to 10, even the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s, they can aim at 10s because of social media, right? Now, this is an experiment showing you how social media works, all right? So watch how this breaks down. I'm going to see if I can get the video up here, y'all. I don't want to take nobody else's content like that. Y'all just kind of listening in on this conversation I'm having with a close friend. So just enjoy.
Here we go.
Is somebody coming?
I'm sorry, but I find it
No,
hilarious
downstairs.
how nervous this guy is. I mean, he's not a bad-looking guy, but he is super-duper nervous. I don't think women realize how nerve-wracking it is for men to go on dates or approach women. Women have no clue. It's just that some men are more natural about it, but this guy, you can tell he is super nervous. For those that have no clue what's going on right now,
Oh, I never saw this one.
app by the name of Tinder, where basically you will see a woman's picture, or if you're a woman, a man, depending on whatever you like, and you get to
This
swipe
not even the
left
one I thought it was. I never saw this one.
or swipe right if you do like the picture. And typically, most of it is just based off the picture. Sometimes people will have a little profile, but most women do, okay? And this is what they're simulating. And by the way, I think the first girl, he's gonna swipe left. Anybody want to bet 2 Bitcoins right now? Bitcoin is low. Come on, somebody. Take that bet. Come on. Guys, wouldn't it be amazing if women were standing in line and we get to say yes or no? See, women don't know what it's like because most women don't approach guys, you know. But imagine if you're a guy, you'd be like, yes, no.
Actually, though.
Yep.
For real.
By the way, this girl is definitely.
Yo. Tell her.
All right,
Alright,
commercial break.
infomercial.
Yeah, commercials is everywhere, dog. They just cut all in. He's laughing at the reaction in the ladies' faces. You got to see their faces.
Really pay attention to the girl's reaction.
China girl don't look bad.
They're nervous too. Look at the girl behind the other girl. They look shook. They look shook. And then when he rejected the girl had that look like, really? I love it. I love it to see how women feel, to see how it is from the other side. I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah, I reject all of them.
I'm not sure which one is the rejected ones and which one isn't.
flirtatious women? Well, is
No, but he might just not want to look bad because he's actually standing there with them. When you home by yourself and they can't see you and you swiping, that's different. So he's like, it's been 4 fat girls. I can't just say no to all the fat girls.
Yeah,
They looking at me, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
let in one of them.
Yeah.
That's discriminate, my discriminate, so you know.
all over the place? Be consistent. Damn.
You must have a swipe right for the block, yes.
He likes Asian girls.
Ah, sucky, sucky.
Got one name,
See that
the last one.
wifey?
You see? Yeah, you see?
Yeah,
Everybody
like-
say, but you think that might be wifey. Might be the worst one.
This is a little intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna like the shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
And the thing about Tinder is
I narrow down to 5 of them.
person
Yeah.
swipe right to you also. So I like the concept that they
Yeah.
did here that not only was the guy
That's who you pick, but would they have picked you? Right.
and let's be honest, I think that in real life there would have only been 2 girls left.
Mhm.
But since this is a show, some girls want to stay and compete, you know, for airtime and obviously get some clout.
Right.
6 of them.
He went from 30 girls down to 6. Now, if this was the other way around, if this was a woman doing this, there'll probably be 1 dude left. at the most.
If that.
None.
If
Yeah.
that.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Emily.
Anshul.
Anshul. Jasmine.
Anshul, nice to meet you. It's like enchilada. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name? Catherine.
I'm Gloria.
Gloria. Anshul, nice to meet you. Jasmine. Anshul, nice to meet you.
Anshul.
What's your
Kathy,
name?
nice to meet you.
Kathy. Anshul, nice to meet you.
Like, and that's it said the same thing to all of them.
That's the one he likes, though.
Yeah.
So I guess like first question.
Okay.
Oh.
I gotta call this out. But you picked her over her, over her, and over her. How, Sway? How?
Would you spend 3 hours on the moon or 3 months in Europe?
3 months in Europe.
3 months in Europe?
Yeah.
Really?
I like don't usually date, so I'm like, okay.
Really?
Really? Really? Really? This guy's so naive. You can tell, like, he's not used to being around hot chicks. This girl, typically for girls, since she doesn't go on dates, either she's a prude or she's just used to getting bunker busted. I mean, in college, right, people don't go on dates really. We just all hung out at the dorms and whatnot. But yeah, typically if a girl doesn't go on dates, it's because she's getting smashed and dashed or she's a prude.
That's awesome. Are you from LA or Huntington Beach area originally?
Yeah, I live kind of in USC. I'm a grad student there, so.
What are you interested in or trying to go towards?
Towards the arts, I actually haven't been with my family for a very long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like totally out of my comfort zone.
Wow.
I don't do this. So.
I know, still, yeah, truly. Certain states, you go, you know, woman draw for man, you know.
Yeah, I know.
No validation.
But
Now he's validating the girl by saying
overall, it's talking about the nature of women, though.
Yeah, I know, but still.
that she's one of the last 6 girls left. You should have been like, well, lucky for you, you with a stud muffin like myself. I don't know, something to let the girl know that she's not all that. She's not all that. In LA? Well, I mean, she's a Minnesota 7.
Nah, I'm gonna cut it short right here only because I don't want to. That's the one he liked, though. But I don't want to play too much of the show because I can get a copyright strike in my show. But I want to show you a few things, man. The Sandman guy, though, he's the better one of all of them. I don't think I got to worry about too much copyright with Sandman because he likes this shit to get out the way I would like it to get out. You know what I'm saying? Third Finger Monkey had a few good ones too.
Hi everyone, Sandman here. Today's video is brought to you by a donation from Harman, and here's what he has to say. Hi Sandman, I don't have a topic. I just want to say thank you for all your hard work. Well Harman, thanks for your donation, and I'll actually put it to good use talking about how appearance is everything in our society. I was never too picky about the women that I would date in the past. As long as they could basically turn me on and I found them attractive enough not to give me a splitting headache, simply by looking
See,
at
I
their
like his
face,
stuff because when
I
you
would
listen to
usually
him, you
date
can tell
them.
his stuff is
But I
well
would go
thought
so
out
far as
and
to
written
say the
down, and he's
appearance
reading it
standards I
back to
had
you.
for
Dig
women
me?
were either high or
So his
very
stuff
low.
comes together
I just
well.
wasn't picky and I
He
didn't
doesn't
really
waste
care
time.
too
He
much
gets
if I
right
was
to the
dating
point.
in my own range in the sexual marketplace value or not. Humans are so obsessed by our pecking order in society and categorizing ourselves based on how we look. And I was doing photography for a corporate event recently, and I started looking at the couples and trying to see what actually brought those couples together. The way that people look together brings them together, not their hobbies, their mutual enjoyment of the same films, and stupid eHarmony surveys. The couples I saw all for the most part look like they actually belong together. I saw one weak beta male provider with a fat and short hog beast, and I thought to myself, of course they're going to be together, they both look like they lost the looks lottery. She's fat and he's bald and weak, so they're pretty much the best they can do, and they're both together with one another. And then I saw all the really hot women with the tall guys that are all the managers with the perfectly groomed exterior. Their appearance more than game or anything else seems to dictate their reproductive options. It's sad but true for most men. I must be autistic or something because I never intentionally put effort into my appearance to attract women. I did it to keep the bullies and critics away from myself, because if I was built, then they would pretty much let me go my own way, and I could pretty much listen to all the rave and techno music I wanted to in high school. And if they criticized me, I'd pretty much intimidate them. I outbuilt roughly 95% of the other kids in school body-wise because I wanted to intimidate them. And I didn't realize that this would actually make me more attractive to women, so they would actually start talking to me and wanting to date me. That was just a bonus. After that, I got creative with my appearance and expressed my looks the way that I wanted to, because I could basically
You know what I'm saying? This is
myself
the guy that I
without
listen
fear of
to.
retribution.
So I like what he
Today, I don't
encourages
have a
you to
reason to
do. He
talk
ain't just
about
telling you
that
like don't
anymore.
fuck
I
with
simply
chicks and
walk or
just
jog
be a
about an
weirdo.
hour a day to get my
He's
heart
telling you
rate
just focus
pumping
on
and
you.
keep
You dig me?
physically
Focus
fit.
on being a
I
man. Go
understand
your
that if I
own
hit
way.
the
What do
gym
you
and
want to
start
do in life?
flexing
What
my
would you
chest
like
to
to
be
do?
all Neoness,
And whatever you
and then
choose to
also
do is
spend some money
okay.
on expensive
If you
clothing
want to live
to
on the
change
side
up
of
my
the road
style,
somewhere
then I can
in
get more
a
women to start
trailer,
approaching
dig
me.
me,
But I
and
simply
save
don't
your
look
money
into
to the
that.
maximum
When
and
you
have
think about my
5
knowledge,
pieces
the
of
goal of
clothes and
reproduction is to
eat
compete with
fried
other
chicken and
people
everything, then
based on
do that.
appearance to beat the others
And I
who
like that
reproduce
idea,
with the
man.
best looking woman.
I feel
Also,
like
I
us
would have
men
worked
is
so
always
hard
so
to look
bounded, but
great
we're
and
the one
basically
that
get
push and
knocked out by
build
the
and
average
create and
girls.
pay for and
They'll
tear
try to
down
work
and
at it and
everything
ruin
else.
their image. But why not just bypass the entire looks-based meat market and just do the surrogacy thing? It's normal for a man to want to help his children out. What if he chooses to use surrogacy to get the best eggs possible from the best-looking woman possible that he can find out there? What other time in history could a man that's a 4 or 5 on the sexual marketplace scale, with acne and a limp, purchase the eggs from a woman that's a 10 out of 10 and impregnate those eggs and make himself a good-looking child that'll be taller, better looking, and will have all the advantages that he never had? Not only that, but if he can afford it, he can actually have as many kids as he wants. He knows they can basically be males, so he doesn't actually have to deal with the tomfoolery of raising a cock carousel riding daughter.
And no
Does he have
baby
to
mama,
deal
no
with a
court
crazy
fees.
baby-making wife screaming at him and
Surrogacy.
trying to kill him with a pair of stiletto shoes?
Feel me?
He can bring
He's
into this
encouraging
world
men
one
of
those top
means to
10 to
use
20%
technology
of
to
males that
beat
would
all of that
improve so
shit.
much by
Go out there
simply
with baby
cheating the looks
moms and
lottery
courts and
and giving
somebody
his young
telling you when
child
to
the
come and how to.
advantages that he
Hey, you
never
want
had.
kids?
Who do you think that
Pay
kid is
for it.
going
Have
to
your own
thank
kids.
more?
Bring them
The
up.
father who
Nobody will
goes
get
to a
on your
place
nerve.
like the
If you meet a
Philippines and
woman, she
marries some
couldn't beat you on
5 foot
court
nothing
because who's
Filipino
going to win?
dwarf,
The
or
natural
the
parent
father
or the
that finds a
stepmom?
6 foot tall blonde with blue eyes and buys her eggs? Trust me, your kid is going to thank you when he finally gets his hands on those fresh college girls before they become a beta male sloppy seconds. A guy that's a 5 or a 6 can work really hard on his looks, personality, and body to become possibly a 7 or an 8. So he has the right to reproduce with a woman that's a 6, and after 5 to 10 years, get taken to the cleaners. Or he can simply stay a 5 or a 6 and sire a son with a woman that's a 10. Women are obsessed with their appearance because they love the power that they get through male attention. Obviously, the better looking she is, the higher the quality of man they will basically approach her. The female beauty industry, clothing, and anything else to enhance her appearance comes from a place of insecurity versus a place of strength. Women have more appearance anxiety than ever because they're now competing for the right to ride that small pool of desirable men and have kids with them. That's their biological imperative at work. But now men too are starting to play the appearance arms race. They're spending more time waxing and grooming than ever before. Back when everyone in society, unless of course you look like Quasimodo, was guaranteed a wife, men didn't need to worry about looking good and putting the effort into their appearance. It was women that had to compete with one another to lock down the best husbands as quickly as possible. The best analogy I can come up with is with regards to baseball diamonds. The 2 best baseball player kids are the captains of each team, and they start picking the players that they want on their teams. That's what women were like in the past. They actually had to pick through the males and get the good ones really fast. Otherwise, in the end, all they'd have is the bald fat guy to pick from. No wonder women married in their late teens and early 20s. They were probably terrified of ending up with a guy that looks like George Costanza at the ripe old age of 23. A woman's physical beauty peaks around 21. After that, it's pretty much downhill. But today, a woman doesn't actually have to worry about ending up with such a man. Today's good-looking alpha male is a free agent. He plays for every woman's team for a while before signing a better deal with another woman. Women would rather have a turn with the great-looking man for 1 month out of the year than a bald and half-blind guy for the whole year. That 1 month will boost their status and make them feel really good about themselves. But most females don't realize today that women's liberation, which basically promotes the idea that they should seek out whatever man that they want, will eventually lead to women's prostitution. The good-looking young women are now being snatched up by the older guys as sugar babies. Not only are many of these older guys beta males based on appearance and personality, but the only reason that women are with them in the first place is because of their money. I keep seeing tons of really ugly old women on Tinder the last few months, all wanting to be sugar babies. Between the hot alpha males and the old wealthy betas,
It's true.
most women are completely bypassing the average-looking 20 to 30-something male. Even when they actually try to find the beta male providers in their 30s, many betas are now starting to realize that they're just plan C, D, or E for many of these women. Who wants to know that they came 4th or 5th in a race? And the women that get together with such guys tend to resent them because they had to settle for a less than stellar looking specimen. When women get together with the wealthy sugar daddies, appearance is still everything, but not the man's appearance. Instead, it's hers. Many of these women I've seen talking about sugar daddies talk about clothing, makeup, money, as well as other gifts that they get from those men to enhance their own beauty. I strongly believe that sugar babies are simply using sugar daddies to increase their own sexual marketplace value so they can leverage that to snag themselves a rich, hot alpha male
See how
someplace
that plays
else.
out? I hate
The
to
sugar
say it,
daddies
man,
are
but
like
it's
beta
stuff you be
males that
saying be
serve a
true.
function, and when she gets what she
It's
wants,
not all.
she
There's
still
always an
goes off to
exception, but
ride the
most
alpha
women,
male
man,
car
they're
carousel.
self-centered
It's all
beings. They're
biology
self-centered
because in the
creatures.
past, a woman's children were her insurance policy. That social security program was your DNA, and the taller and better looking her kids are, the more opportunities they will have in life, and more of their wealth will probably trickle down to her. Nature created the most selfish creature in the universe when it created a woman. Her parents are there for her in life, and so are her siblings, and even her own children are obligated to look after her. She's evolved so...
All right, now this is an interesting one. Let me play some of this. This
Today's
Sandman
video
again.
is brought to you by a donation from Pete in Melbourne, Australia, and here's what he has to say. Hey Sandman, I watched your alpha male mindset video, and how in it you say that lifting weights decreases your lifespan. The video also got me wondering about bodybuilding culture as a whole. I've never been a fan of the culture, and whenever I go to the gym occasionally, I always get a shallow and empty vibe there, where most of the people who go there are only doing it for superficial reasons, or because they want to be more attractive to the opposite sex, instead of doing it for themselves. I'm also wondering just how many females are attracted to muscular guys in the first place, and whether there's a whole lot of basis in reality, or if it's just exaggerated. I'm in my 20s and not totally red pill, and still interested in dating. However, I'm an average height here in Australia at only 5'9", but I weigh 146 pounds. I'm insecure about my physique and conflicted on what I should do, as something also tells me that muscle mass is not as important as men would like to believe. It also seems that gay men are attracted to muscular guys more than women are. So do you have any advice for me, Sandman? Especially as I don't like being skinny regardless of how attractive I'm perceived by females. But like you say, bodybuilding decreases your lifespan. I've lifted a lot of weights already, but I have a hard time bulking up. Perhaps I don't have the genetics for this. I also notice a lot of younger guys, especially teenagers, with body image issues. Male body image has become almost as bad as female body image these days. If someone genuinely enjoys bodybuilding, or they want to play sports, then fine. Otherwise, most of it could just be unnecessary, and like you say, unhealthy. It'd be great to hear your opinions on what I just said, and how bodybuilding is harmful and decreases your lifespan, and on the bodybuilding culture as a whole. Once again, great video, Sandman, and cheers. Well, Pete, thanks for yet another donation. Before I get into why I think that bodybuilding is bad for you long term, let me try to explain to everyone my experience with it. When I was younger, I would lift and exercise for roughly 1 hour each and every single day. When I began, I was toothpick skinny entering high school. I didn't play any sports, and I didn't do it for self-improvement. At this point, you're probably saying, Sandman probably did it in order to get the girls, and you'd be completely wrong. I did it because I was sick and tired of being picked on, bullied, as well as pushed around. When I turned 14 for Christmas, I got a weight set from my parents. 2 adjustable dumbbells and 1 big bar, and with 2 25-pound weights. The last thing I wanted to do was go to the gym and look like a fool. So I started working out at home. And when I returned to high school that following fall, people tried picking on me, and I fought them and ended up beating them off. So at that point, I didn't receive any more negative attention from guys trying to pick on me. But all of a sudden, female attention started coming my way. I was popular with the ladies, but I didn't continue to work out because of this. Instead, I continued to work out because of the fear of other guys attacking me. So year after year, I ended up getting bigger
His
and bigger,
motivation is
and I worked
interesting,
out
right?
from the age of 14 until roughly the age of 22. Every single
That's why I
day.
like this guy in
I would work
particular.
my
He
upper
breaks
body
down.
one
He
day,
breaks down a
lower
different
body
point
the
of view on
next,
how to
and
look at the
finally
whole
do tons
thing.
of cardio and ab workouts
And I
on the
like
third.
how he drops his
It was a
point of view
3-day
on what
cycle
pushed
where
him
I
into
didn't
doing
stop
that.
completely until I was
You know what I'm
in my
saying?
early to mid-20s, roughly 6 to 7 years after I started. Some years I didn't miss a single day. Even when I was sick and I could barely get out of bed, I would still take my meds and hit the gym. That's just how dedicated I was. Much the same way I'm dedicated to my MGTOW channel today. On the 23rd of January, it'll be exactly 2 years since I started popping a daily dose of red pills on YouTube.
And
I'm
right
committed the same
now,
way that I
it's the
was when I
trend
was
of
working
muscular
out in school.
grandpa,
But when I finished
Scatter.
school and became an adult,
And we
the
still
threat of
young.
getting bullied and into
It's the
fights
trend of muscular
evaporated,
grandpa.
and I
It's time
stopped
now
working
where
out.
graying
I
men,
never worked out in
balding
gyms
men
except a
is
few times
muscled
at the
up.
beginning.
Look it up and see
I
if
was
I'm
always
lying.
at home in my home gym while watching television in the one environment where I actually felt safe. But working out
Because them
left
are muscle
took its
and
toll on
mean
my
and strong,
body.
brethren.
No, that's true.
You know?
That's true. But the whole idea, I like what the MGTOW community is selling. When you find the guys that's not all bitter and tied up and mixed up in all these different definitions of what they call themselves and whatnot, basically they're telling you to better yourself for you. You know what I'm saying? And focus on you as a man. And accept your masculinity. And be okay with being a man. And don't be backing down when people... Like right now, I always felt like there's an assault on masculinity right now. I feel like the little boys aren't taught to be little boys. I'll give you a scenario. So, one of my young boys, one of my sons, wanted to be in the Boy Scout. So when he first came and told me about it, Daddy, going to the Boy Scout, it starts tomorrow. I said, great, fine. I didn't do Boy Scouts, but I thought to myself, good opportunity for a young man to be a young man. What I remember of Boy Scout is them whittling wood and making little boats or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But that's what I remember seeing on TV and whatnot. That's the impression of it I got, right? I remember my friends, when I was younger, my friends was in Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and all that type shit. So I'm like, yeah, bet. So he goes down there now. I go pick him up from school. He goes, Daddy, remember I got to go to Cub Scouts. I'm like, okay, let's go down there. So I'm figuring I'll go down there and I get to meet some other fathers and see what's going on and what the boys are into, you know. I might even volunteer or whatever. Real rap. That's how I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? I go down there. It's 3 women. That's the head of the Boy Scout. One of them got their daughter in there, and I think there were 2 other little girls there running around too. And I thought to myself, this is Boy Scout? Is this what the little boys need? A lot of these little boys is coming from single mother homes. They got a woman who yelling at them all day. They come to school, it's the teacher's a woman yelling at them all day. For him to go to Boy Scout at the end of the day, for another woman to tell him about being a man. So I spoke out on it. I said it to the ladies. I said, no offense, but there's no guys here. Oh, well, no, we're working. I said, no. Come on. And I called my son out of there and we left. He wasn't allowed to do Boy Scout. I'm sorry. He couldn't do Boy Scout there. I just couldn't have that. And I did reach out to try to volunteer for it, and they never ever got back to me. I ran into a guy that had told me about the concerns that somebody else had about that too, I think it was, or either him. I don't remember the details anymore. So I told him, yeah, I would volunteer. He called me one time, and I was on my way to work. So I said, yeah, can we talk a little later? Can we talk tomorrow? I'm just getting into work. So he said, okay, cool. I called back, I didn't get him, and he never called me back. And bum. So to me, the MGTOW thing, it preaches some strengthening things for the male empowerment. You know what I mean? So you've just been red pilled. Red pill means somebody shows you all this shit, this type of shit, and now it's for you to let it settle in and you digest it. And you can either bring it back up and don't accept it and remain blue pill.
I'm going to take the red pill every day, you know. Every day I learn.
You take the red pill every day. I like that.
Every day I rise.
I like that.
Learn, you know.
Well, it hasn't made me hate my woman. And like I said, I realize I can't be full MGTOW because I have a woman. and I do love her. It hasn't made me hate her, but it has made me put certain things about myself as a man on check, and it has made me put certain things about a woman on check. I started to realize certain things, and I realized that in our time today, the old role, the old school role of a man is still accepted, but the new school role of a woman is what we're being taught right now. And no one cares about what's going on with men. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave that stuck in y'all craw, as Jamaicans would say. And I'm going to leave that for you to think about. This is Sess Video. Thanks for tuning in. I want to thank my special guest tonight, Scatter, for coming in and joining me tonight. Thank you, Scatter. You know what I'm saying? I hope that I can have you again soon as a guest on another show. I'm going to call it Cuts at This. I played a lot of other people's show. That was Solo TV. What is that? Solo TV 84. Solo TV 64. I'm sorry if I messed that up. There's Sandman. That's my favorite of all. And there's Turd Flinging Monkey. And you got to check those guys out, man. Those guys get at it. There's a few other guys out there. I'll mention them amongst other shows. But those guys get at it, and they show you the point of views and the ways of thinking. My young boy Baldwin back there, I think he heard me talking, so he's calling out to me right now. It's like 3 in the morning right now. It's crazy. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is a Sess Video show. Like and subscribe. Click that like button. Like lets YouTube know that you like and enjoy the show. Click that thumbs down. I recently found out that the thumbs down also lets YouTube know that you watched the whole show. So click that thumbs down. I see some people been doing that. Leave comments. Leave comments. I like when people leave comments and give me other things to talk about. Recently, I've been having an influx of people sending me messages and asking me where to donate at. I'll soon let you know where you can donate, how you can donate to my PayPal, and leave a message of what you want for me to talk about in the letters allowed on the PayPal there, and I will do that. Anyway, once again, this is Sess Videos. Thanks for tuning in to the Sess Videos show, and I'm out.